So let's start our discussion regarding probability and statistics. So I will be presenting this topic for you. So the topics to be covered on our discussion today will be fundamental principal counting first, and then permutation and combination, binomial expansion theorem, probability, mathematical expectation, odds, Venn diagram, and then statistics. So first, fundamental principles of counting. So if one event can occur in m different ways, and the second event can occur in n different ways, then the number of ways both can occur is m times n. So yan yung ating fundamental principle of counting. Example 1, okay? So a building has 4 outside doors. In how many ways can a person enter and leave the building using a different door? Okay? So for example number 1, okay, so ang sabi, we have 4 doors, 4 outside doors, okay? And then, okay, ang tanong is, how many ways can a person enter and leave the building using a different door? So may 4 na outside doors, okay? So meron tayong 4 na doors, di ba? 1, o kunyari, door yan, 2, 3, 4. So how many ways daw? So pag pumasok ka sa isang pinto, let's say sa door 1 ka papasok, di ba? Anong mangyayari? Lalabas ka sa 2, sa 3, or sa 4. Okay? Different door ang kailangan. And then, pag pumasok ka sa 2, kailangan you leave sa 1, 3, or 4. Okay? So, yung una nating scenario, pagpasok, merong 4 na pagpipilian. Diba? So, you have door 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, yan yung una natin. Okay? So, 4. Okay? And then, times, yung paglabas natin, 3 na lang yung choices natin, di ba? So, we have 3 doors as choices. So, 4 times 3. So, the answer, for example, number 1 is 12. So, 4 times 3 is 12. Okay? And then, yan na yung sagot, yung 12. And the next example, number 2. So, how many 3-digit area code are there for a telephone company to use if, letter A, there are no restrictions on the digits, and letter B, if the first digit may not be 0 or 1, and the second digit must be 0 or 1. Okay? So dito, for example, 2, unahin natin letter A. So for letter A, sabi 3-digit area code. So meron kang 3 digits. Okay? So ang una, no restrictions. So pag no restriction, 'di ba, 3-digit lang. So ang digit natin from 0 to 9. So yan yung digits natin, 0 to 9. Okay, so from 0 to 9, 10 yan. So 0 and then 1 to 9. So 10 digits lahat yan. So dito sa unang digit, so 10 yung pinagpagpilian. So we have 10. Okay? Sa second digit, since no restrictions, pwedeng maulit. So we still have 10 choices. And then sa kasunod, no restrictions pa rin. So we have 10. So ang gagawin natin dyan, to determine the number of 3-digit area codes na pwede, if there are no restrictions, so we just multiply this. So the answer is, there are 1,000. So we can have 1,000 3-digit area codes. Okay, if there are no restrictions. Okay, paano naman kung sa letter B, may restriction na tayo. So sa letter B, maglagay tayo ulit ng 3 digits, di ba? So if the first digit may not be 0 or 1, and then the second digit must be 0 or 1. Okay? Sa first digit, hindi pwedeng 0 or 1. So that leaves us with 0, 1. So tanggal yon. So 8 na lang. So for the first digit, we have 8 choices. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yun lang. And then, for the second digit, we must use 0 or 1 only. So 0 or 1. So we have 2. And then for the next, yung kasunod, wala na yung restriction. So we can use any number for the third. So we have 10. So multiply natin, 8 times 2 is 16 times 10. So we have 160. So next we proceed to permutation. So permutation is an arrangement of a set of objects with a specific pattern or order. So we have different formulas. So if we have permutation of n things taken r at a time, so we have P of nr is equal to n pr, that is equal to n factorial over the quantity n minus r factorial. And then if we have n things taken n at a time, so we have npn, that is equal to n factorial. And then if we have permutation of n things with q, r, s, and so on, which are alike, so we have the formula p is equal to n factorial over q factorial, r factorial, s factorial, and so on. So we multiply that yung nasa denominator. And then permutation of n different things in a circle. So pag naka-circular siya or naka-circle, so we have p is equal to the quantity n minus 1 factorial. Okay. So next example, number 3. In how many ways can a painter arrange 3 of 10 paintings in 3 places in a row in a wall? Okay, so dito, okay, so meron tayong 10 paintings, di ba? And then we arrange 3 in 3 places, okay, in a row. So dito, we will apply permutation kasi mayroon tayong specific order. Okay, so to answer this, we apply permutation. So formula natin, di ba, is ang n natin is 10, okay? And then yung p natin, yung r natin, yung 3. So we have npr, di ba? That is 10p3. Sa calculator nyo, you can press this directly, and then you can also try the formula. So our formula, di ba, is 10 factorial over yung n natin, 10 minus 3 factorial. So the answer is 720. And then next example, number 4. So dito, how many license plates can be made if each plate has 3 different digits followed by 2 different letters? Okay? So may license plate tayo. So yung kada plate merong 3 digits, di ba? 3 digits, and then followed by 2 letters. Okay? So dito, we also apply permutation kasi kailangan natin ng meron siyang pattern. So may 3 digits muna and then need 2 different letters. So to solve for this, okay? So 3 digits kailangan natin dito. So ang choices natin, pagpipilian natin 10. So we have 10 choices para dito. And then for the next, we have 2 different letters. So we have 26 choices, di ba? So we have 26 letters in the alphabet. So we have apply permutation. So we have 10 P, ilan yung nandito? So 3, di ba? So 10p3 times, o dito sa kabila, yung 26, and then P, so we have 2 letters. So the answer for that is, so i-calculate nyo to. So i-calculator natin to. So we have 468,000. Next example tayo. Example number 5. So in how many ways can 4 girls and 3 boys be seated in a bench if the girls are to be sitting together? So meron kang 4 girls and then you have 3 boys. Okay. So 4 girls and 3 boys. So dito, yung mga girls magkakatabi. Okay, so we have so yung unang situation natin, pwede siya maging, 'di ba? Girl, so makakatabi yung 4 na girl. So pwedeng girl, 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 and then boy, boy, boy. Pwedeng ganyan. Okay, so una to. Pwede rin siya na boy yung nauna, and then girls, 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 4 yan, and then yung natirang dalawang boys. Okay? Pwede rin to na 2 boys yung mauna, and then 4 na girls, and then the other boy. And then we have yung 3 boys makakatabi, and then we have the 4 girls. So ito yung kasi yung condition. Kailangan yung 4 na girls na yan, kailangan magkakatabi. Okay? Yung boys pwedeng yan, kahit hindi sila magkakatabi. Okay? So yun yung ating condition. So the girls are to be sitting together. So in this case, okay? So analyze natin ha. So we have 4 girls. Okay? So pwede sila lipat-lipat, 'di ba? Si girl 1 pwedeng nasa unahan, pwede pa sila magpalit-palit eh. So for this, we have yung 4, okay, 4 factorial yan. So ilang yan, permutation to yung pwede. And then yung kasunod, may 3 boys, 'di ba? So we have 3 boys. So we have 3 factorial. Okay? So in any rin siya, naka-arrange din siya. And then, ilan tong instance natin dito? So meron tayong 4 na situation. So times 4. So 4 factorial times 3 factorial times 4. So the answer is 576. Number 6 example. So find the number of permutations that can be formed from the letters in a word committee. Okay, so meron tayong word na committee. So committee. Okay, so dito, para number of permutations sa mga word, we can apply the concept ng permutation of n things with Q, R, S, and so on are alike. So dito, kung mapansin natin, di ba, ilang letters to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 letters. And then, may makakaparehong letra dyan. So we have dalawang M, di ba? Dalawang M, dalawang P, dalawang E. So yung iba wala na. Okay? So we apply the formula. So the permutation for this, n factorial sa taas. So we have yung number of letters. So 9 letters. 9 factorial divided by yung makakapareho. So we have dalawang M. So that is 2 factorial. And then dalawang T, 2 factorial. And then dalawang E, 2 factorial. So 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial. So our answer is 45,360. So pagka may mga ganyan na problem, yung may mga tanong siya na find the number of permutations that can be formed from the letters in the word. Let's say Mississippi naman. Ilan yung permutations doon. So you just apply the principle nung n things with Q, R, S are alike. Okay, so next example, 7. So find the number of ways 2 balls, 4 dolls, and 6 toys is given to 12 children if each child gets a toy. Okay, so dito we can also apply the same concept nung sa permutation of n things with Q, R, S are alike. So dito, di ba, may dalawang ball, may 4 dolls, and then may 6 na toys. So, and then meron tayong pagbibigyan na 12 children. Okay? So, 6 plus 4 plus 2, so this is 12 also. So, lahat ng bata, may bigyan natin. Okay? So, the number of ways na makakuha sila ng laruan, kasi sa bata na isa, pwedeng ball makuha mo, pwedeng doll, pwedeng toy. Sa isang bata, depende kung ano makuha mo. So for this, we apply that concept. So 12 lahat ng bata, 12 din lahat ng toys, so 12 factorial divided by 2 balls, 2 factorial, 4 dolls, 4 factorial, and then 6 toys, 6 factorial. So 12 factorial over 2 factorial times 4 factorial times 6 factorial. So this is 13,860. So there are 13,860 ways, okay, na maibigyan natin yung laruan sa mga bata. So let's proceed dun sa kasunod. Number 8, example 8. So dito, circular permutation na ito. 6 children join hands. In how many ways can they form a circle? A circle na siya. So may 6 children. Okay, so may circle. Okay, and then 6 yung children na nandyan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, meron silang circle. So in how many ways do sila can form a circle? So circular permutation. So we have yung formula natin for circular permutation. So we have yung n natin, di ba? 6 sila. So minus 1 factorial. So this is 5 factorial. This is equal to 5 factorial 120. Okay, so there are 120 ways that they can form a circle. So next, example number 9. In how many orders can 6 people be seated at a round table if a certain 2 refuse to sit next to each other? Drawing tayo ng table. Okay, bilog yan. So may 6 na tao. Okay. May 6 na tao. Yung dalawa ayaw magtabi. So let's say ito silang dalawa, ayaw na magtabi. Okay? Huwag silang pagtabihin. Okay? So ang gagawin natin, we count yung dalawang ayaw magtabi as 1. Hindi sila pagtatabihin eh. We count them as 1. So para magiging 5 lang yung bilang. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 factorial. Okay? Okay. Kung gusto nila magtabi, ang gagawin nating operation plus. Pero dahil ayaw nila magtabi, we apply the operation minus. Okay? Minus natin. Okay? Circular permutation again. So minus, this is circular permutation. So 5 to, counted as 1 to. So 5 minus 1 factorial. Okay? And then, yung 2 persons na nandito can be seated kung anong gusto nila dyan, kung saan sila. So we have 2 factorial pa. Okay, so we have 5 factorial minus 5 minus 1 factorial times 2 factorial. So the answer for this is 72. So take note, kapag gusto nila magtabi sa tanong, okay, pag ang tanong gustong magtabi, if a certain 2 wants to sit next to each other, so we add, ipa-plus natin. Pero kung ayaw nila magtabi, we subtract that. Okay. And then yung bilang ng dalawa na yon or tatlo na yon, kung ilan man yung nasa problem, kung dalawa ito, so we count them as 1. So 1 and then the other 4 people. So we have 4. 4 plus 1, so that is 5. Okay? So ganun yung concept pag ganitong mga problem naman. Okay? And then next, example 10. So in how many different orders can 6 keys be placed on a key ring? Ito naman pa mga susi. Okay? Pag mga susi, in how many different orders naman. So pag susi, mga susi, ganyan, na nasa ring. Okay? So ang formula natin, di ba yung circular permutation pa rin, pero we divide it by 2. Kasi meron kang key ring. Okay? So pag ganon, so we have yung permutation natin for that is 6 keys. So 6 minus 1 factorial over 2. Okay? So that is 5 factorial over 2. So ang sagot natin dito, we have 60. So we have 60 ways for the 6 keys to be placed on a key ring. And then yung next is the combination. So sa combination naman, kung kanina sa permutation, may order dito without a specific pattern or order. So combination is an arrangement of a set of objects without a specific pattern or order. So for combination of n things taken r at a time, so we have NCR, that is n factorial over the quantity n minus r factorial times r factorial. Okay? And then if we have n things taken n at a time, so we have NCN, that is equal to 1. And then combination of n things taken 1, 2, 3 up to n at a time. So pa isa-isa lang to. Okay, until punta ka dun sa n. So we have C is equal to 2 raised to N minus 1. Okay. So example 11, we have this example. How many committees of 7 women can be formed from a group of 25 women? Okay. So dito, we just apply the combination concept. Okay. So wala naman ditong specific na order or pattern. So kahit alin lang doon mapipili. So we have 25 women and then pipiliin ay 7. So we have 25C7. Okay? So input sa calculator yan. So we have 480,700. Okay? So that is our answer. Okay, so next. Ito, number 12. So a Broadway show wants to hire 6 women and 3 men. In how many ways can the choice be made if 9 women and 5 men are available? So dito same, applying concept of combination. Okay, so we have we will be hiring 6 women and 3 men. And then from choice of 9 women and 5 men. Okay? So dito sa women, okay, so we have 9 women and then combination sa 6 women. And then, from sa men naman, so we multiply dun sa men. So we have 5 men, combination doon sa 3. So we have 9C6 times 5C3. So input that on your calculator. So we have 840. Example 13. So in a bowling game, how many ways can the 10 pins fall in the first throw? Marami tayong scenario dito, di ba? Kasi 10 pins yan. And then, ang pwede mangyari, okay, ang pwede kasi mangyari dito, first scenario, isa lang yung ma-fall. On the second situation, pwedeng dalawa yung ma-fall. And then third, tatlo na. And then sa kasunod na situation, 4. And then pwedeng 5, di ba? Pwedeng 6, 7, 8, 9. And then eventually lahat yan, 10. Yung mafo-fall na pin, bowling pin yan. Okay? So dito, okay, meron tayong, so for the first, di ba? 1. So we can have 10C1, okay? Or, pag or, plus tayo, or pwedeng dalawa, di ba? So 10C2, or 10C3, plus 10C4, plus 10C5, hanggang 10C10, 10C6, 10C7, 10C8, plus 10C9, plus 10C10. So, ang answer dito is 10,000, 1,023. Okay? So, yan yun. So, dami, di ba? Pero we have the concept earlier na if we have combination of the combination of n things taken 1, 2, 3 up to n at a time. So ito 'yon. Okay, so pwedeng isa, pwedeng dalawa hanggang maging 10. So we can apply yung concept na C is equal to 2 raised to n minus 1. Okay? Yung n natin, number of pins, we have 10. So we have 2 raised to 10 minus 1. So still the answer is 1,023. So, itong haba, di ba ilagay sa calcu, yung nauna? Itong nauna, ang haba ilagay sa calcu. So, pwede natin gawin dyan. Pag sa calcu nyo siya ilalagay, we use the summation. Okay, you use the summation. So, lalagay mo sa calcu is 10cx. Oh, yung x mo is from 1 to 10. So, lalabas pa rin dyan is 1023. So next is the binomial expansion theorem. So this is from algebra. So in elementary algebra, the binomial expansion theorem describes the algebraic expansion of powers of a binomial. So we have this given, let's say we have x plus y raised to n. Okay? So we can use Pascal, Pascal triangle, di ba? To determine the coefficients of the binomials. Binomial expansion. Okay, so for example, we have the cube of x plus y. So x plus y, cube mo yon, so that is x cube plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cubed. Okay? So we have some properties of binomial expansion. So kung mapansin ninyo, ito yung mga properties niya. So pansinin natin. So the first term is x raised to n, while the last term is y raised to n. So sa given, okay, so yung n natin is 3. Diba? So the first term is x raised to n, okay, while the last term is the y raised to n. Okay, and then another property. So the exponent of x is decreasing by 1, and then the exponent of y is increasing by 1. Okay? So dito sa una, we have x cubed. Okay, so yung cube na yan sa x, the exponent, yung cube na yan will decrease. So magiging squared, and then 1, and then 0 na siya. So x raised to 0 is 1. And then yung exponent naman ng y is increasing by 1. So yung dito walang y, di ba? So that is y raised to 0. And then we have 1, 2, and then yung 3. And then, the sum of the exponents of x and y in each term is equal to n. So, pag pinag-add mo to, okay, sa first term, that is 3. Sa second term, 2 plus 1, so that is 3. And then sa third term, 1 plus 2 is also 3. And then dito, sa kasunod, so 3 plus 0 is 3 pa rin. So, dapat equal to n lagi yung sum ng exponents mo dyan. And then, the number of terms in the expansion is equal to n plus 1. So, we have 3, di ba? Cube. Okay? So, 3. So, yung terms mo is n plus 1 or 3 plus 1, that is 4. So, we have 4 terms. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we have 4 terms para dito sa ating binomial expansion. The R term of the binomial expansion is nc, and then yung r minus 1 times x raised to n minus r plus 1 times y raised to r minus 1. So yan yung formula to get the r term of a binomial expansion. And then, to find the sum of all the coefficients in a binomial expansion, the n power of x plus y, we replace x and y with 1 and compute the result. Okay? So, pagpapahanap yung sum of all coefficients. Okay? And then, to find the sum of all the coefficients in a binomial expansion, x plus k raised to n, replace x with 1 and subtract the result by k raised to n. For the first example, number 14, so find the 10th term of the expansion, 2x plus y quantity raised to 17. The formula, diba, is n c r minus 1 times x raised to n minus r plus 1 times y raised to r minus 1. So we use this formula. Okay? So yung n natin is 17. Ito yung n. Okay? Plot ko lang dyan, ha? Yan yung n. And then yung r natin, ano yung hinahanap na term? So, hinahanap natin yung 10th term. So, this is r. Okay, yan yung r natin. So, n, r, okay na. So the 10th term, okay, so the 10th term for this is, okay, so we have, n is 17. So, 17, so ano ang 10th term? 10th term. 17, C, R minus 1. So we have R, 10. So we have 9. And then X, your X is, ito, yung 2X. So we have 2X raised to N minus R. So N, 17 minus R, 10 plus 1. And then Y raised to R, 10 minus 1. Okay, so we have 17C9, 2x raised to 17 minus 10 is 7 plus 1, we have 8. Okay, and then y raised to 9. Okay, so the 10th term, okay, the 10th term, 17C9, 2x raised to 8. Okay, so magiging 2 raised to 8 yan, times x raised to 8. And then y raised to 9. Okay? So the 10th term, okay, 17C9 times 2 raised to 8, that is 6,223,360. Okay? Then x raised to 8 times y raised to 9. Okay? So this is our 10th term. We have 6,223,360 x raised to 8, y raised to 9. Okay, example 15. Find the coefficient of x minus 2y raised to 10 having the term x raised to 7. Kailangan natin x raised to 7. We need to have the coefficient, okay, of the x minus 2y raised to 10 having the term x raised to 7. So, di ba ang sabi natin, yung unang term is, lagay natin x raised to 10, di ba? And then, pababa yung ano natin, yung exponent ng x. So, we have x. Okay, yung unang term, x raised to 10. Yung kasunod na term, second term is now x raised to 9 times y. The third term is x raised to 8, y squared. And then the next term, fourth term is x raised to 7, y cubed. Okay, and so on yan, di ba? So magiging x raised to 6, y to the fourth power. And then x to the 5, y to the 5. And so on yan, di ba? So mapansin natin yung may 7, x raised to 7 na term, ito. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is fourth term. Okay? Fourth term to. So anong gagawin natin? That is fourth term. So we use the yung ating expansion na formula. So the rth term. So sa fourth term yan. So applying this formula, okay? So we have n. So we have 10. Okay? So 10 C o R. Yung R natin ay fourth term siya, di ba? So 4 minus 1, that is 3. And then x. Okay, x tayo. Raised to n. Okay, 10 minus 3 plus 1. And then, yung y natin, take note yung y natin, negative 2y. Okay, so we have negative 2y raised to r minus 1. So, fourth term, so 4 minus 1. So, we have 10c3, x raised to 10 minus 3 is 7 plus 1, 8. Fourth term, di ba? Okay, so yun. So, this is fourth term. Parang mali eh. Dapat x raised to 7 yung labas dyan eh. So, this is 4. Saan ang galing yung 2? Yung 4. So, this is 10 minus 4, okay? This is 10 minus 4. So, we have 10 minus 4, 6, plus 1. So, we have 7, okay? So, we have x raised to 7. And then, we have negative 2y raised to 3. Okay, so yan na siya. And then, okay, 10c3, x raised to 7. Okay, and then we have negative 2, di ba? So we have negative 2 cubed times y cubed. So 10c3 times the negative 2 raised to 3. Okay, so we have negative 960. So times x raised to 7, y cubed. So ang coefficient is 960. Okay, so the coefficient for number 15 example is negative 960. Example 16. So find the sum of the coefficients of the expansion quantity 3x minus y raised to 6. Okay, so dito naman, sabi natin, pag ganito, we just substitute 1, 2x and y. So gagawin natin, okay? So we have 3 times 1, okay, minus 1 raised to 6. Kasi may pahanap lang yung sum of the coefficients of the expansion. So, ang sagot for that is 64. Okay, so 64 yung sum of the coefficients of the expansion. And then next, ito naman, kapag may constant. So yung una, applied for x plus y raised to n. Itong sunod example is for x plus k constant. Okay, so example niya ito. So you have x plus 2 raised to 12. Okay, so ang gagawin natin pag ganito, may constant na siya. So what we will do is that we substitute yung x sa 1. So we have 1 plus 2. So that is raised to 12. Hindi pa tapos yan. Depende yung sagot ha. And then we minus kung ano yung constant sa constant raised to doon sa raised doon sa power ng ating expansion. So we have 12. So ito yung ating sasagutan. So ito siya. So we have 1 plus 2 raised to 12 minus 2 raised to 12. So ang answer for that is 527,345. We proceed now to probability. So dito na medyo sumasakit yung ulo natin. Okay. Sama ko ng sarili ko ha. Sakit talaga sa ulo to. Kasi we need to analyze the various events that will occur para ma-solve natin ng tama yung probability. Ang problema kasi dyan sa board exam, kala mo tama ka na. Kahit sa mga practice test nyo. Kung isubukan nyo practicein yung mga tanong dyan, so ang mangyayari dyan sa inyo, sagot kayo yung probability. Uy, nasa choices. Pero pati mo sa answer key, mali. Okay? So ganun ka-tricky yung probability. Ganun ka-tricky. So lahat ng pwedeng mali ng estudyante, nandun sa choices. Okay? So be careful dito sa topic na probability. Medyo nakaito siya. But with proper analysis, makukuha naman. Okay? Basta tama yung pag-analyze natin sa mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari dito. Okay? So, let us define first what is probability. So, probability is a field of mathematics that determines the relative likelihood that a particular event will occur. So, let P the probability of an event to occur and Q the probability of an event not to occur. So we have P that is equal to the number of outcomes that the event will occur divided by the total possible outcomes. And then Q, number of outcomes that the event will not occur divided by the total possible outcomes. So take note that the sum of P and Q is always equal to 1. Okay? So lagi yan. Yung P, okay, yung probability of an event to occur plus the probability of an event not to occur is always equal to 1. Okay? So, hindi yan magbabago. Okay, so first example, example number 18. So, a pair of dice is tossed. Okay, so find the probability of getting a total of 8. So, for this example, okay, so meron kang pair of dice. Okay, so ito yung unang dice, yung unang die, ito yung pangalawa. So, pwede natin 3D. Yung 3D yung dice. Okay. Ito yung isa. Meron niyang 6 sides, di ba? So, meron tayong 6 dito sa una and then 6 sa pangalawang dice. So, total possible outcomes natin is 6 times 6. So, we have 36 na total possible outcomes. So, dito, find the probability of getting a total of 8. Ano ba yung mga pwede na sa dalawang pair of dice na sa pair of dice, makukuha natin na yung total ay 8. Ano yung mga pwedeng combination na 8 yung total? 1 tsaka 7? Hindi pwedeng 1 tsaka 7. Kasi wala tayong 7 sa dice. 1 and 7, hindi yan pwede. Wala tayong 7 sa dice. Okay? So, ang pwede, 2 tsaka 6. And then, ano pa yan? 3, tsaka 5, 4, tsaka 4. Okay? Tapos, pwede rin 5, tsaka 3, and then 6, tsaka 2. Ayan lang ang pwede. So, the number of outcomes that the event will occur, so bilangin natin to. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we have 5. So, we get the probability, so that is 5 over 36. So, the probability of getting a total of 8 sa pair of dice na na-toss is 5 over 36. Okay? So, yan yung sagot. And then next, example 19. So, what is the probability of drawing 5 black cards if 5 cards are drawn on a deck of 52 playing cards? Maswerte, binanggit niya yung number of playing cards. So, sa deck of cards, we have 52 playing cards. Okay? So, we have 52 playing cards, and then we have 26 black cards, and then 26 red cards. And then, we have 13 na clover, 13 na heart, 13 na diamond, 13 na spade. So what is the probability of drawing 5 black cards if 5 cards are drawn from a deck of 52 playing cards? Okay? So ang una, okay? So we will draw 5 black cards. So ang probability, okay? Okay? So sa taas, di ba, the number of outcomes that the event will occur. So, sa black cards, we have 26. Okay? And then, we apply combination concept. Okay? We will choose 5 black cards. So, we have 26C5. Okay? And then, sa denominator, total possible outcomes. Gaano karami yung total possible outcomes? So, we have 52 playing cards. Okay? And then, we have 5 cards na ito draw. So, we have 52C5. Okay? So, calculator. So, 26C5 over 52C5. So, the answer is 0.0253. Next, example number 20. If 6 balls are drawn without replacement from a bag that contains 7 black and 5 white balls, what is the probability that 5 will be black and 2 will be white? Meron tayong isang buong bag. So we have to draw 6 balls dito. Okay, 6 balls ang i-draw natin. So merong sa loob nito merong 7 black and then 5 white balls. Okay? So sa 6, okay? Ilan daw ang probability na 4 doon ay black and then 2 doon ay white. Okay? So we have yung sa black tayo muna. So yung dito sa loob 7 black. Okay? And then we will select, we need to have 4 black. So, gawin natin is 7C4. Okay? And then, and 2 white. Kailangan mo ng 2 white. So, multiply natin. So, 5 yung white na nasa loob. We just choose 2. Okay? So, we have 7C4 times 5C2. This is the total number of outcomes. Yung sa taas. Sa baba, okay, ano yung total possible outcomes? So again, so ito, 7 plus 5. So yung laman nito sa loob, we have 7 plus 5, 12. Okay, so 12 yung laman sa loob. Okay. And then we select 6, di ba? 6 ipipiliin natin. So the possible outcomes is, total possible outcomes is 12C6. Okay. So input sa calculator. So the answer for this is 25 over 66, or that is 0.3787. So this is the probability na 4 yung black and then 2 yung white from a bag that contains 7 black and then 5 white. Number 21. So 5 students, all of different heights, are to be randomly arranged in a line. So what is the probability that the tallest student will be the first and the shortest will be the last in line? So, 5 students daw. And then we have different yung heights nila, ha? Walang magkakaparehong height. Okay? Walang magkakaparehong height nila. So, let's say, ito yung ito yung ground natin. Ayan, pantay. Ito yung pinakamaliit. Yung kasunod. Nasa pinakamatangkad. Kunyari, yan sila. Okay? So, yung shortest and then the tallest. So, dapat nasa dulo sila nung ating line. Okay? So ito kasi yung sa front tsaka yung sa back, 'di ba? Okay, nandito yung shortest, nandito yung tallest. So yung dalawa hindi na pwede magbago yan. Analyze natin siya mabuti, ha. Yung shortest tsaka yung tallest, hindi na pwede magbago yung posisyon nila. Okay? So ang pwede magbago lang ng posisyon yung tatlo na nasa gitna. Okay, ito na yung pwede magbago, oh. Itong tatlo na to. Okay? Sila na pwede magpalit-palit. Pero yung nasa front tsaka nasa back, as is. Okay? As is yan sila. So, kung ganun yung situation, okay, yung shortest tsaka tallest, nandun lang sa kanilang position as is, yung shortest in the front and then the tallest at the back. So, yung tatlo pwede magpalit-palit. So, anong natin doon? Factorial tayo dyan. So, yung 3 pwedeng mag-ikot-ikot. So, we have 3 factorial. Okay? That is the total number of outcomes that this will occur. Okay? And then, while the total possible outcomes, lahat sila pwedeng mag-move, 'di ba? Yun yung total possible outcomes. Kasi nakapila silang 5, pwede sila kung anong pwestong gawin nila. So we have 5 factorial naman. So yung total possible outcomes is 5 factorial since we have 5 students. So we have 3 factorial over 5 factorial. We have 1 over 20. Or this is 0.05. Okay? So, kailangan mo lang talaga siyang i-analyze. So, next, we will proceed to the mutually exclusive events or the OR-type probability. So, sa OR-type probability, we have, ayan. So, in this, 2 or more events are said to be mutually exclusive if it is impossible for more than one of them to happen in a single trial. Okay, so yun yung ating OR-type probability. So let P sub A is the probability for event A to happen, and then P sub B is the probability for event B to happen. And then we have PA and B, so that is probability for both A and B to happen. So this is the common outcome. Okay. So ito yung formula natin, ha. So for the OR type, so P sub A or B, that is equal to PA plus PB minus PA and B. So example tayo. From a box containing 6 red balls, 8 white balls, and 10 yellow balls, 1 ball is drawn at random. So determine the probability that it is red or white. So dito tayo sa example na to. So for this example, we have a box. Okay. And then 8 white balls and 10 yellow balls. And then we, determine the probability that we will draw either red or white. Okay, pili lang dyan. Okay. So, ilan ba lahat ng bola sa loob? So, 6 plus 8 plus 10. So, that is 24. So, merong 24 balls. So, merong 24 balls sa loob. Okay. So, first, we need to determine yung probability na red. Okay? Probability na red yung makukuha mo. So, ang probability na red yung makukuha mo is, okay, ilan yung red? 6. So, we have 6. So, over the total number of balls, so we have 24. Okay? Or, so we add, or white. Okay. Kung white naman, 8. So, 8 over 24. Okay, so 24 balls pa rin naman, hindi nabawasan. Okay? Minus, may minus pa, di ba? Probability na red or white. Isang red. Wala namang ball na red or white yung kulay, di ba? Isa lang yung kulay niya. So, wala tayong red and white. Okay? Wala kang makukuha red and white dito. Okay? Kasi isa lang naman yung ball na pinapadraw sa atin. So, hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng red and white. Okay? Since one ball lang pinapadraw. So, we have minus 0. Okay? So, the probability for this is 6 plus 8. So, this is 14 over 24. Okay? Or this is, simply, two lowest terms, this is 7 over 12. So, yan yung probability that when we draw one ball, it is red or white. Next, example 22. Nangalat na tayo. So, example 22. What is the probability of drawing a spade or a king from a deck of 52 playing cards? Okay? So, spade. Okay, so ilang spade ang meron? So, sa deck of cards, yung spade natin ay 13. Okay, 13 yan. And then, yung king natin, meron kang, ano yung nabanggit kanina? Spade, clover, diamond, tsaka heart. Okay. So we have 4. So this is 4. Okay. So probability for this, okay, probability, sa spade tayo. Sa spade, 13. Okay, so 13 card na ganyan. We have a card that is spade na king na spade. Meron tayo niyan. Merong isa. Okay? We have a ang tawag yan? King of spades. So ma-minus mo 'yon. Okay? So that is king and spade di ba? So meron tayong king na spade. So we have minus 1 over 52. So we have 52 cards kasi. Okay? So the answer for this is 13. So the probability, meron kasing card na king and spade, 'di ba? Yung kanina wala namang bola na red white. Yung kada bola na 'yon, isa lang yung kulay. So dito naman kasi, 'di ba, may spade tayo, may king and then may king na spade. So we applied yung may minus na tayo. Okay, next tayo. Example 23. 3 letters are chosen at random for the word drawing. What is the probability of choosing at least one vowel? Okay. O ito, English naman ang kailangan na concept dito. So dito kasi, mayroon tayong tatawag na consonants. Diba? And vowels. From the word drawing, okay? O drawing, ang consonants mo, D, R, W, and G. And then yung vowels natin is yung A and I. Yung vowels yung A, E, I, O, U. Diba? Katinig sa Tagalog. Katinig. Mas patinig yung consonants. So, drawing. So, ang situation, three letters are chosen at random. Okay? From this word. Okay? Pipili ka ng 3 letters at random. So what is the probability of choosing at least one vowel? Ano yung probability? Okay? At least one vowel. So probability for that. Okay? So probability for that. Okay? So let us have one vowel yung makukuha mo. So we have 5 vowel. Okay? 5 vowels. 1 vowel muna from the 2 vowels, di ba? So from the 2 vowels, so you have 2, you will be choosing 1, so C1. Okay? And then multiply natin sa ito yung first case natin. Multiply natin sa makukuha ating consonants. So we have 5 consonants, so 5 C. Kailangan natin 3 letra, di ba? So, matitira, 2. Okay? So, may isang vowel ka makuha and then 2 consonants. Over, okay? Ilan yung letters? 7. And then, C, 3 yung kinuha natin. Okay? Next case, so add tayo. Pwedeng 2 yung makuha mo. Di ba? Sabi mo, at least 1 vowel eh. So, pwedeng 2 yung makuha mo. So, kung 2 yung makukuha mo, so we have 2 vowels, getting 2 times the 5 consonants, we get 1 na lang. Okay? Kasi we only need 3 letters. And then divided by 7 C3. Okay, so the answer is 5 over 7, or that is 0.7143. Okay? So yan yung probability na we will choose at least 1 vowel doon sa out of the 3 letters chosen at random. So next, we proceed to the dependent and independent events. This is the n-type probability. So 2 or more events are said to be dependent if the happening of one affects that probability of the happening of the others. So pag naapektuhan yung isa, that is dependent. Independent naman if the happening of one does not affect the probability of happening of the others. Okay? So kung walang effect, that is independent. Kung may effect, that is dependent. So PA is again probability for event A to happen, and then PB is probability for event B to happen. And then we have this equation, PA and B is equal to PA times PB. So, kapag OR type, we add. Mag-add tayo. Kapag N type, we multiply. So, example 24. Balls ulit. So, a box contains 15 red balls and 10 green balls. What is the probability that a red ball and a green ball are drawn in succession? So, nakalagay din sa problem yung keywords. Kung mapansin nyo kanina, puro what is the probability of drawing a red or green ball. Dito sa N-type, nakalagay and. What is the probability that a red ball and a green ball are drawn in succession? So, may keywords tayo kumbaga dyan. Okay? So, dito, we will be multiplying kapag and. Okay? So, box ulit. So, may box tayo. We have 15 red balls and 10 green balls. So, for a total of 25. Okay? So, ano probability na red ball and green ball yung madodraw natin? So, take note ha, this is drawn in succession. Okay? So, at the first draw, okay, red ball. Okay? Red ball. So, we have 15 over 25. Okay? So, 15 kasi yung dami ng red balls and then 25 lahat ng bola. Okay? And then kasunod, multiply tayo. So, kasunod, green ball na. And then take note na bawasan na yung red ball. So, ang natira, after the first draw, magiging 14 na lang yung red and then 10 yung green. So, magiging 24 yung laman. Okay? So, probability naman that a green ball na yung kasunod. So, ang kasunod, so we have 10 over 24. So, 24 na kasi yung total ng ating second draw. So, ang sagot dyan, 15 over 25 times 10 over 24. So, the answer is 1/4. So, next. So, example 25. 3 cards are randomly drawn without replacement on a standard deck. What is the probability of drawing an ace on the third draw? So, standard deck natin is, we have 52 cards. So, 52 playing cards. Okay? So, ano possibility or probability of drawing an ace on the third draw? Okay? So, probability tayo. So, this is N type. So, for the first draw, pwede kahit ano. Okay? Pwede kahit anong yung madodraw natin. Okay? Okay? Yung ace, doon pa sa third draw makukuha. Okay? So, yun yung nakalagay. Yung ace will be drawn on the third draw. So, hindi siya pwede sa first, hindi siya pwede sa second. Okay? So, ilan ba yung ace sa card? So, we have 4. We have 4 aces. Okay? So, mangyari on the first draw, okay, minus the aces, ang choices na lang natin is the 48 other cards. So, meron tayong 48 cards. Okay? And then, divided by the total number, which is 52. Kasunod nito, nabawasan na ng isa. So, and then, wala pa ring ace, di ba? So, mangyari, kasunod, we have 47 cards. Okay? Except for the 4 aces again. And then, yung 52 playing cards naging 51 na lang. Kasi nakuha na natin yung isang card. Okay? And then the next one, doon tayo magdodraw ng ace on the third draw. On the third draw, we have an ace na. So, yung ace natin 4. So, we have 4 over ilan na natirang cards. So, nabawasan na ng dalawa. So, 50 cards na lang nandito. Okay? So, 48 over 52 times 47 over 51 times 4 over 50. So, we have 0.068054. Okay, so this is the probability. Example 26, the probability that both stages of a two-stage missile will function correctly is 0.95. The probability that the first stage will function correctly is 0.98. What is the probability that the second stage will function correctly given that the first one does? So dito sa part na to, okay, so first, ang given is the probability that both stages. So we have the probability that both stages, so we have 1 and 2. Okay? 1 and 2. So that is 0.95. Okay? And then, probability that the first stage will function is 0.98. Okay? So, ano yung probability on the second stage? Okay? So, ang gawin natin dito from our formula, so di ba, we have P, getting 1 and 2. So, P1 and 2, that is equal to P1 times P2. Okay? So, being for P2, okay, so P2 becomes P1 and 2 over P1. Okay? So, P2 is equal to 0.95 over 0.98. So 0.97. So ito naman kapag given yung yung probability na the both will occur. Hinahanap yung probability ng isa to happen. So next, proceed tayo sa combination of OR type and N type probabilities. So dito combination na siya. So dito usually yung concept dito maunahin natin yung N type and then we apply the OR type probability after. Okay? Examples tayo to see the concepts. Okay? First, so a bag contains 6 red balls, 4 white balls, and 8 black balls. If 3 balls are drawn at random, determine the probability that 2 balls are white and 1 is red. So, drawing tayo ulit. Meron tayong bag. Bag naman. Bag. Meron tayong 6 red balls, 4 white balls, 8 black balls. And then, 3 balls are drawn at random. Okay, so kukuha ka ng 3 balls at random dito. So, ang tanong, anong probability na siya ay 2 white, 1 red? So, dito, so probability for this, okay? So, we have to draw 2 white. Okay? So, ang meron dito is 4 na white sa loob. So, we need to draw 2 cards. So, we have 4 drawing 2 cards tayo. Okay? Na white. And then, times, o yung sa red naman. So, sa red, we have 6 red. We draw 1. So, we have 6C1. Okay? And then, we divide this by the total number of possibilities dito. So, ito sa loob, so 6 plus 4 plus 8, this is 18. Okay? 18 itong nasa loob. So, we have 18, and then we choose 3. Tatlo yung draw natin. So, 18C3. So, we have, calculator natin, 4C2 times 6C1 over 18C3. So, this is 3 over 68. Or that is 0.04412. Okay, so this is our answer. For example, 27. Okay, next. Example 28. Of the 10 girls in a class, 3 have blue eyes. If 2 of the girls are chosen at random, what is the probability that at least 1 has blue eyes? So, ganito yan. May situation tayo ulit. Okay? So, at least 1 ulit ang sabi niya. At least 1 yung may blue eyes. So, ang maging combination natin, pwede siya pag nagkuha ka ng 2 girls at random. So, you can have blue eyes yung isa hindi. Pwedeng yung isa wala, yung isa blue eyes, or pwedeng pareho meron silang blue eyes. So, we apply that on our probability para ma-solve natin siya. So, ang una, we have blue eyes and then yung isa wala. So, from the 10 girls, okay, tatlo yung meron. So, para makakuha ka ng may blue eyes sa 10 girls, so we have 3 over 10. 10 kasi lahat ng estudyante. Nung girls, I mean. 10 girls. Okay? And then, yung kasunod, yung sa not blue eyes. So, tatlo yung may blue eyes. So, 7 doon yung not blue eyes. Okay? So, we have 7 over, may isang estudyante nakuha na. So, matitira, 9 na lang. Siya may pagpipilian natin. Okay? Then the next scenario, yung nauna na kuha natin is not blue eyes. So we have 7, okay, na not blue eyes, divided by the total number of girls, 10, okay, times, blue eyes, tatlo yung may blue eyes, 3 over, siyam na yung natira, so 9. Plus, third situation, parehong blue yung mata, okay, parehong blue yung mata nila. So we have, parehong blue, so 3 over total 10 times, blue eyes ulit yung kasunod. So, dalawa na lang sila divided by, siyam na lang yung lahat ng estudyante. So, yan yung ano natin to get the probability that at least one has blue eyes. So, 3 over 10 times 7 over 9. So, this is 7 over 30. And then, 7 over 10 times 3 over 9. This is 7 over 30 also. Plus 3 over 10 times 2 over 9. So we have 1 over 15. So the probability is equal to 8 over 15. Yan yung probability. Okay? Okay. Next. Example 29. Tickets naman. So a box contains tickets numbered 1 through 5. A ticket selected at random from the box and a die is rolled. What is the probability that the sum of the numbers is even? Sa problem na to, so may box tayo ha. Gawin natin. So box. So loob niya may tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pipili tayo at random. Okay? Ng isa. So, and then may die na i-roll. So, ano ang probability that the sum of the numbers is even? So, ang pwedeng combination natin, di ba, na ang makukuha nating sum of the numbers ay even. Okay? So, dito sa loob, ilan bang even numbers natin? So, we have 1, itong 2 and 4. So, ito yung even. So, may dalawang even sa loob sa tickets. And then, sa die, okay, ilan yung even dyan? 2, 4, tsaka 6. So, we have 3 even. So, kasi yung even plus even, di ba? Even number naman yan. So, let's say, 2 plus 4 is also even, 6. And then, 2 plus 2 is also even, 4. 2 plus 6 is also even. So, sabi natin, di ba? Even plus even is also even. Okay. Ang kasunod niyan, meron tayong yung add ba tsaka pag add and add, pag pinag-add mo, ay even din, di ba? Let's say yung 1 tsaka 1, pag pinag-add mo, 2. Pag itong add, tsaka yung add, so may tatlong add, dito may tatlong add. Di ba? Kailangan mo siya isipin eh. So yung add sa ticket, tsaka yung add sa die, pag pinag-add mo, magiging even, di ba? Tama. So 1 plus 1 is 2, o if that is even. Tapos yung 3 plus 3, even, 6. Tapos 3 plus 5 is even also, 8. Yung 5 plus 5, 10. Diba? Tapos 5 plus 3 is also even. And then yung add, saka yung add, pag pinag-add mo, even pa rin. Pero pag pinag-add mo yung even tsaka add, hindi siya even eh. So, kunyari, 5 plus 2, add siya. 5 plus 2. Pero pag pinag-add natin yung mga even sa even yung sagot, add tsaka add, even yung sagot. Okay? So, ang mangyari, yan yung situation natin. Okay? So, unahin natin yung even tsaka even. So, ang mangyari, so we have dalawa ditong even sa tickets. So, we have probability. 2 over 5. Okay? 5 kasi yung nandito. Dalawang even, tapos 5 yung tickets. Okay? Times. yung nasa die, tatlo yung even. Okay? Tatlo yung even. 6 yung number, yung nasa dice, di ba? Plus yung add. So sa tickets, may tatlong add. So we have 3/5 times ito. Yung add sa die, tatlo. So 3/6. So P is equal to 2/5 plus 3/6. So we have 6/30 or that, plus 3 times 3, 9/30. So this is 15/30. So P is 1/2. So 1/2 yung probability that the sum of the numbers is even. Okay. Matinding ano yun, no? Matinding kailangang analysis. So may ganun tayong mga analysis minsan for the problems. Okay. So yan yung combination of OR type and N type. So next is repeated trial probability. The successful event is repeated to occur in R times out from N trials. So we have this formula, P is equal to NCR, P raised to R, Q raised to N minus R. So yan yung formula natin for the repeated trial na probability. So where P is the probability that the event will happen, Q, probability that the event will fail. Okay? So example tayo. Example number 30. If the probability that a basketball player sinks the basket at 3-point range is 2/5, so determine the probability of shooting 5 out of 8 attempts. Okay? So dito, okay, so yung probability that he will sink the basket at 3-point range is 2/5, 2/5. Okay? So this is repeated trial. Okay? So ilan doon sa 8, okay, ilan sa 8 attempt niya yung masushoot niya 5. Okay? So that is repeated kasi 8 times kang magsushoot. Okay? So we use the repeated trial probability concepts. So we have P is equal to N. Okay, ilang attempts ginawa mo? 8. So 8. C. So ang formula natin is NCR P raised to R Q raised to N minus R. So R is yung nahanap natin, 5. So 8C5 P. So we have 2/5 raised to R. Okay, which is R is 5. Okay, and then, paano mo ko yung Q? So remember that P plus Q is equal to 1. Okay, so solve for Q. So we have 1 minus P. So we have Q is equal to 1 minus P. 1 minus 2/5, that is 3/5. So we have 3/5 raised to N minus R. So 8 minus 5 is 3. So calculator, so 8C5, saan na yan? So the answer is 0.12386. So this is the probability that given the probability na 2/5 lang yung shoot niya in a 3-point range. Out of 8 attempts, 5 na shoot. So that is 0.12386. Okay, so next. Okay, so if 10 coins are tossed in succession, what is the probability that at least 3 will be heads? So ang probability na head is 1/2. Probability na tail is also 1/2. Okay? So ang tanong, at least 3 are heads. Okay? So at least 3 ang head. So tatlong head. Okay? So we have P1, lagyan natin P1. So the formula is P is equal to NCR P raised to R Q raised to N minus R. Okay? So we have P1 for, kasi meron tayong hanggang 10, di ba? So at least 3 yung heads. So pwedeng 3 heads, 4 heads, 5 heads, 6 heads, 7 heads, and then 8 heads, 9 heads, and then 10 heads eventually. So, isa-isahin natin yan. So, P1, okay, so we have N, so 10 coins, C, 3 heads. And then, probability is 1/2, R, so we have 3, and then 1/2, N minus R, so we have 7. Okay? Later natin sagutan ha. And then, kasunod, pag-apat. So, 10, C4, 1/2, raised to 4, 1/2, raised to 6. Okay? And then, kasunod, 5 heads. So, 10, C5, 1/2, raised to 5, 1/2, raised to 5. Okay? And then, P4, 10, C6, and then 1/2, raised to 6, 1/2, raised to 4. So, sunod, 5 na. 7 heads. 10, C7, 1/2, raised to 7. Times 1/2, raised to 3. P6, 10, C8, 1/2, raised to 8, 1/2, raised to 2. Okay? So, ganoon lang yan siya. 9 heads. 10, C, 9, 1/2, raised to 9, 1/2, raised to 1. And then, eventually, 10, C10, 1/2, raised to 10, 1/2, raised to 0. Okay? Mahaba naman yan, sir. So, kutan pa natin yan isa-isa. Isa-isahin mo yan. Okay? And then, i-add mo pagtapos. Ilan yung probability? Add mo yan lahat. Isa-isahin mo yan siya. Yung 10C3 tayo. 10C3, 1/2 raised to 3 times 1/2 raised to 7. So, 0.1171875. And then yung kasunod, 4. So, 0.205078. Gawin natin ilang digits? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gawin natin 88. So, this is 88 para maging 6 digits, 6 decimal places tayo. So, let's make this 117188. Okay, and then the next 5 heads. We have 0.246094. And then, sa 6, 0.205078. And then, 7, 0.117188. Okay? And then, sa 8 heads, 0.043945. Sa 9, 9. 0.009766. And then 10, nakahuli, 0.000977. So, add mo lahat yan. So, yan yung ating P. Add natin yan lahat. So, add natin lahat. 0.117188 plus 0.205078 plus 0.246094 plus 0.205078 plus 0.117188 plus 0.043945 plus 0.009766 plus 0.000977. So the answer is 0.945314. Pero we can have a shortcut there. So we use the summation notation on your calculator. Okay? So we use your calculator. So shortcut natin. use the summation notation. So we have the sum, lagay nyo sa calculator nyo, sum of 10 CX, okay, times yung 1/2 raised to R, yun yung X natin, times 1/2 raised to 10 minus X. So ito sa calculator to, and then the X is equal to, start tayo sa 3, no? So 3 up to 10. So pag yan yung input sa calculator, so we have 0.945313125 125 or 13. Sige. So that is the probability. So naglayo lang tayo ng 0.000001 kasi nag-round off tayo sa mga values natin, di ba? Okay? So sa ano naman, may choices naman doon eh. Okay? Sa exams. Okay, next. Sa odds tayo. Odds used to describe the chance of an event occurring. The odds ratios that compare the number of ways the event can occur, number of ways the event cannot occur, or vice versa. Okay, so that is odds. So let P, probability that the event will happen, Q, probability that the event will fail. So odds in favor is P over Q, while the odds against is Q over P. Baliktad. Okay? So odds. So example. So a card is thrown from a deck of cards. What are the odds in favor of obtaining an ace? Okay? So ang tanong, what are the odds in favor of obtaining an ace? So for this example, okay? So odds tayo. Okay? So ace ang gusto nating i-obtain. So merong 4 na ace on a deck of 52 cards. So 52 cards again. Okay? So dito, so ano ba yung probability na ace ang lalabas? Diba? So 4 over 52. Okay? And then yung Q, hindi ace yung lalabas. So we have 48 over 52. So ano yung odds in favor? So odds in favor. So this is P over Q, right? So we have 4 over 52 over 48 over 52. So this is 1 over 12. Or that is 1 is to 12. Okay, so that is the odds in favor of obtaining an ace. So we have 1 over 12. Okay. So next, we have mathematical expectation. So mathematical expectation, also known as the expected value, is the summation or integration of all possible values from a random variable. So our formula for that is the sum of P times X, where yung E is the expectation, and then P is the probability of an event to occur, and X is a random variable. So example, number 33. So when a test was given, the probability of getting a score of 85 was 0.7, or that is 70%. If 40 students took the test, what is the expected number of students who will get a score of 85? Okay. So for this, we apply the expectation. So expectation is the sum of P and X times X. P times X. Okay. So for this, the probability is 0.7. So we have 0.7, okay, times the random variable. This is the number of students. So we have 40 students who took the test. So 0.7 times 40. So the answer for this is 28. So 28 yung expected number of students who will get a score of 85. Okay, next example, number 34. So if it rains, an umbrella salesman can earn $780 per day. If it is fair, he can lose $156 per day. What is his mathematical expectation if the probability to rain is 0.30? So in this case, we apply also the formula for the expectation. So E is the summation of P times X. Okay, so Sabi natin, if it rains, okay, an umbrella salesman can earn 780. Okay, and the probability is 0.30. So we have 780, probability first. So we have, okay, 0.3 times $780. Okay? Pero may kasunod na statement. If it is fair, he can lose $156 per day. Okay? So since the probability to rain is 30.30, okay? Yung probability na magiging fair, okay? So either rain or fair lang naman yung panahon. So magiging fair siya, ang probability is 0.7. Okay? 0.70. Okay, that is the probability na maging fair. Okay? So, ang sabi, he can lose $156. Lose. Take note of the word lose. Hindi ka gain. So, if you lose, sabi natin dito, we subtract. Okay? So, the probability na fair, ang weather is 0.7. Okay? 0.70 times the amount. So, we have $156. So 0.3 times 780 minus 0.7 times 156. So the mathematical expectation, okay, given if the probability to rain is 30% or 0.30, so that is $100, so dollars, $124.80. So he can earn this amount, okay, if 30% yung chance of rain. Okay. So we have $124.80. Okay, next, Venn diagram. So a Venn diagram is an illustration of the relationships between sets or groups of objects that share something in common. This was named after John Venn, a British mathematician. Okay. So example number 35, in a debate on two issues among 32 people, 16 agreed with the first issue, and then 10 agreed with the second issue, and of these, 7 agreed with both. Okay, so how many persons did not agree with the first issue? So for this case, we have two issues, di ba? So gagawa tayo ng Venn diagram, okay, representing the two issues. So issue makes issue. Okay, so sa unang bilog, on the first circle, we have the first issue. So first issue. And then on the second, we have the second issue, of course. So, sisimula tayo dito sa loob, doon sa common. So, from the statement, 7 agreed with both. Okay? So, we put 7 on the circles overlapping. Okay? On the overlapping of the circles. So, 7, lagyan natin sa loob. So, 7. And then, 7 yan. And then, we have 32 people. So, 16 agreed with the first issue. Okay? So, yung buong circle na to, okay? Ito yung buong circle na to. Yan, yung buo kasama yung 7. That is 16. Okay? Yung buong circle ng 1, that is 16. Eh, may 7 na. So, we need to subtract 16 with 7. So, we have 16 minus 7. So, that is 16. So, first issue, second issue. Okay? So, ang nag-agree sa first issue, 16. And then, may 7 kasing agreed with both. So, 16 minus 7. So, that is, may knock sa, joke lang. So, 16 minus 7 is 9. Okay? 9. Okay? And then sa second issue, 10 yung nag-agree. And then may 7 na agreed with both. So 10. Okay? 10 minus 7, this is 3. Okay? So let's check. Let's add. So 9 plus 7 plus 3. 19. Okay? Oh, ang kaso mo, ang nandito sa tanong, 32 people. Okay? So may ang tanong kasi, how many persons did not agree? Okay. So malalaman natin siya. So ang nag-agree with the issues, so lahat ng may opinion, lahat ng may pinag-agreehan, 19 lahat sila. Okay? So the sum of the nasa Venn diagram. So 9 plus 7 plus 3 is 19. So to get the number of persons that did not agree with either issue, so ang gagawin natin, 32 ang total number of people. So 32 minus the 19. So ang hindi nag-agree ay 32 minus 19, that is 13. Okay, so we have 13 persons that did not agree with either. Next, ito. Example number 36. All of the coffee mixtures sold in a certain store contain either Colombian, Jamaican, or Brazilian coffee, or some combinations of these. Okay. All the mixtures, 33 contain Colombian coffee, 43 contain Jamaican coffee, and 42 contain Brazilian coffee. And then 16 contains Colombian and Jamaican coffees, 18 contains Jamaican and Brazilian coffees, 8 contains Brazilian and Colombian coffees, okay, and 5 contain all three. So how many different coffee mixtures are available? Okay, we'll be drawing a Venn diagram. So we have Colombian, Jamaican, and Brazilian coffees. So Venn diagram tayo. So, tatlong bilog. Malaki yung isa masyado. Okay. So for this, okay, for 33, 43, okay. So 33, 43, 42, 16, 18, 8, then 5. So we start doon sa pinakaloob, di ba? So ang sabi, 5 contain all 3. So we start sa pinakaloob, sa gitna. So we have 5. So lagyan natin Colombian, Jamaican, tsaka Brazilian. Okay? O next, isa-isa natin. Ang sabi, 8 contains Brazilian and Jamaican. Brazilian and Colombian. So 8 yung Brazilian and Colombian. Brazilian and Colombian. Ito. So sa gitna nito, 8 minus 5. Okay? 8 minus 5, that is 3. So pag pinag-add ko yung 3 tsaka 5, that is 8. Okay? Next. 18 contains Jamaican and Brazilian. So dito. So 18. 18 minus 5, that is 13. Okay? So 13 plus 5, that is 18. Okay? And then the next one, 16 yung Colombian and Jamaican coffees. So 16. So 16 ang Colombian and Jamaican. 16 minus 5, that is 11. So ganyan yung pagbuo ng Venn diagram, ha? Okay? So 11 plus 5 is 16. And then, Colombian. Ito, 33 contain Colombian coffee. So 33. 33 contain Colombian coffee. So 33 minus, yun sa, kasama na sa circle. Minus 11, minus 5, minus 3. So we have 14. And then 43 contain Jamaican coffee. So we have 43 minus 11, minus 5, minus 13. So we have 14. Okay. Okay. And then next, Brazilian, we have 42. Okay, 42 Brazilian coffee. So 42 minus 3 minus 5 minus 13. So this is 21. Okay. So ang tanong, how many different coffee mixtures are available? Okay. So for this, i-add natin lahat no nasa Venn diagram. So add natin lahat no nasa Venn diagram. So we have 14, okay, plus 11, plus 14 plus 3 plus 5 plus 13 plus 21. Okay, so the answer is 81. So the answer, so there are 81 different coffee mixtures available, okay, in a certain store. Statistics involves collecting, organizing, displaying, and interpreting data. Data are facts and figures. The mean, median, and mode are single numbers that help to describe how the individual scores in a set are distributed in a value. Mean, that is calculated by summing the values and dividing by the number of values. Median, that is the midpoint of the values after they have been arranged from the smallest to largest. And the mode is the value of observation that appear most frequently. Example 37. Find the mean of 76, 82, and 85. Mean. Yan yung average, di ba? So, to get the average, sabi natin, to get the mean, ito sulat mean. So, we add the values, 76 plus 82 plus 85 divided by the number, tatlo yan, so divided by 3. So, we have 76 plus 82 plus 85 over 3. So, the answer is 81. Okay. Next, example 38. Math's first 4 test grades are 85, 89, 87, and 96. What is the lowest grade math can get on the next test so that the average of the 5 test grades will be at least 80? Okay? So, how to solve for this? So, ang mean, dapat daw at least 90. Okay? So, the mean is 90. Is equal to, okay, so the 4 test grades are 85, and then plus 89, plus 87, plus 96. So, wala pa yung pang-5. So, yun yung hinahanap natin. Okay? So, to obtain at least 90, ano dapat yung grade na nandito? So, that will be the lowest grade. Kasi at least 90. Okay, so plus x divided by 5. Okay? So we have 90 times 5. Okay? 90 times 5 minus 85 minus 89 minus 87 minus 96, that is equal to x. So the lowest grade that math can get to get an average of at least 90 is 93. Okay? So 93 yung kailangang score para makakuha ka ng 90. Okay? Next example, I think this is on median. Okay. So what is the median of the following scores? 37, 46, 12, 11, 50, 23, and 18. So sa median, we arrange this from lowest to highest. Anong lowest dito? 11. And then 12. And then 18, and then 23, 37, 46, 50. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Siya ay odd. So yun nasa gitna niya yung median. Okay? Ano nasa gitna na itong numbers na to? So we have 23. That is the middle. Okay? So 23 yung median. Example 40. So what is the median of the following scores? 29, 37, 18, 23, 46, 7, 15, and 50. Okay. So pag ganito, let's arrange. 7, and then 15, 18, and then we have 23, 29, 37, 46, 50. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay? So wala siyang gitna. Okay? So, ang nasa gitna niya ay yung, so 1, 2, 3. So, we have 23, 29. Hindi pa yan yung mean. Okay? Yung median. So, to get the median, we need to add the 2. So, 23 plus 29 and divide it by 2. So, 23 plus 29, that is 26. So, therefore, 26 is the median for the following scores. Okay? So, ganito pag dalawa. Pag ganito kapag even, kasi we have 8 scores. So, wala man siyang gitna, di ba? Unlike the 7, sa gitna, yung sa gitna 23. Itong nasa example 39. Sa example 40, nasa gitna yung 29 and 23. So, we add those two and divide it by 2. Okay? And then, next, what is the mode of the following data set? So, 19, 23, 19, 18, 27, 19, 15, 23, and 16. Okay? So, for example 41, 19 yung naano ko ulit to. 19, 19, 19. Wala bang iba? 23, 27, 18, 15, 23. Yun pa, may 23. Okay? So, may 23. Dalawang 23. Okay? Okay? So, dito, tatlo yung 19 and then dalawa yung 23. So, kapag ganyan, okay? Di ba? Wala na, no? Kapag ganyan, yung mode natin yung may pinakamataas. Kasi ang sabi natin for the mode, that appears most number of times. So we have tatlong 19. So therefore, the mode for this is 19. Okay? The next example, number 42. What is the mode of the following set of numbers? We have 15, 9, 8, 9, 11, and 15. Okay? So dito, mode ulit. So we have 15 and then 15, dalawang 15. And then 9, 9, dalawa ring 9. We have two modes for this kasi pareha silang dalawa na nag-appear. So our two modes is 9 and 15. Okay? So that is our two modes for this example. So that's the end. Thank you for listening.